Hi, this is Robert Cyprian. I'm here to tell you how to eat right. This is the way you've been eating for several 100,000 years. Just think about it. 150,000 years ago, would you be eating pizza? Would you be eating bread? Would you be having pasta? Would you be having food coloring, processed foods, refined sugars? You wouldn't. Let me tell you how to eat right. First important thing is protein daily. If you can, 3 times a day. How much protein? Just the size of the palm of your hand. Now, protein is things like beef, eggs, chicken, lamb, pork, fish, duck, caribou, ostrich, whatever you want to eat, but I'm talking about dense animal protein. The best protein to get is fresh, non-frozen. If you can get organic, great. If you can get free range, even better. It will work so much better with your system. Okay, next, fresh vegetables. Now, I'd say fresh, they're going to be the best. If you can get organic vegetables, even better. Frozen vegetables can be okay, canned vegetables can be okay, but you're going to get the best source of vegetables if they're fresh. Now, there's 2 things I tell people to exclude. No white potatoes. 1 large white potato is the same amount of sugar in it as a can of Coca-Cola. We want to try to reduce our sugar intake. Also, no beans, legumes, lentils. They have something in them called phytic acids, which prevents you from absorbing minerals through your intestines. Now, green beans are okay. That's not what I'm talking about with legumes. I'm talking about the little beans. You could have your vegetables raw. You could have them lightly cooked. You could have them in soups and stews mixed with the protein. So, what are we talking about here? A salad with protein on it? Sauteed vegetables, steamed vegetables with some protein, soup, stews with some proteins in it. That's what we're talking about. Very easy stuff. Next, fresh fruit. But eat the fruit between your meals. Don't mix the fruit with the vegetables and proteins because it digests totally differently. And if you mix fruits with proteins and vegetables too much, you'll start having some allergic reactions building up in your body. We don't want that. Also, eat the whole fresh fruit. Don't drink fruit juice. It's basically like drinking soda or pop without the bubbles in it. It's a high sugar content. Plus, you start building up mold in there and all sorts of other things. There's usually a lot of additives in fruit juice. Just don't do fruit juice. Not too much dried fruit. Again, dried fruit, it's concentrated and it's almost like an artificial sugar because you get such a sugar spike from it. What we want to do is we want to reduce the sugars. Now, fruit is the best type of natural sugar to have when you eat the whole fresh fruit and chew it up. And again, also, no smoothies. Smoothies, again, you don't chew it, it digests very fast, high sugar spike. We don't want that. Now, if you're really serious about losing weight fast, like I said, I've seen people lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks. Cut the fruit out. No fruit. Give it about couple weeks, a month, 2 months, depending on how much weight you want to lose. Eat your proteins and vegetables without the fruits. You will lose weight extremely fast. You could still lose weight while eating fruit between your meals. And I'm not talking about, sitting down in front of the TV and having a 2-pound fruit salad. No, piece of fruit maybe in the morning, maybe in the evening. But if you really want to lose weight, cut out all the fruit. And of course, try to get fresh, organic fruit. That would be the best for you. Let's talk about oils. The simplest, best oils for you to use, olive oil. Cook with olive oil using your salad dressings. Stay away from canola oil, partially hydrogenated oils, fully hydrogenated oils. Stay away from vegetable oils. Olive oil is your best bet. Also, use butter. Butter is good for you, contrary to popular belief. If you can do it, get yellow butter. Yellow butter has a higher amount of omega-3s in there, which are very good fats for you. These are butters that are from cows that eat fresh green grass. One type of yellow butter that I recommend that is pretty easy to get is Kerrygold Irish butter. You find it in the gold brick. It's not too expensive either, and once you try that, it's so delicious you'll never go back again. Next very important thing, drink water. Not iced tea, not Kool-Aid, not these sweetened drinks with artificial sweeteners in them. Cut those out. Drink water. Drink a liter of water for 50 pounds of body weight. Now, what I recommend is first thing in the morning, get a nice big pint-sized glass of water, drink about 2 of those. You're probably through about a third of the water you need for the day, if not half of it already, depending on your size. It's most important to drink water first thing in the morning, because that's when you're most dehydrated. And drink it on an empty stomach, because it'll help clean out your digestive tract. Also, don't drink a lot of water with your meals. A couple sips here and there, that's fine, but when you drink a lot of water with your meals, you dilute your stomach acid and your gastric digestive juices. We don't want that. We want our food to digest very well and properly. So don't drink water with your foods. A couple sips here and there, possibly. That's about it. Now, I actually recommend drinking distilled water. It's pure water. It's like the rain. Water from the earth is evaporated and then collects up in the clouds, builds up to a high pressure, and rains back down again. That's the distillation process. That's the healthiest water for most people. If you don't want to do distilled water, I would say get a good high quality water filter, but not a reverse osmosis water filter. Get a good quality filter, double, triple carbon stages, other things, but not reverse osmosis. Now, I recommend the best water to drink for most people is distilled water. You can get it in the stores. You could buy a countertop water distiller for just a couple $100s for your home. You could also get it delivered by your local water company in 5-gallon bottles. Distilled water is the purest water you can get. Now, when it rains here, where's the rain come from? Water's on the earth. The sun causes it to evaporate. It recollects in the clouds, gets to a high enough pressure, and it rains. It comes back down again. That's pure water. That's what distilled water is. It's pure water. You don't have to worry about there being any bacteria or viruses or parasites or toxic chemicals in there because it's been evaporated and recollected. It's pure water. Okay, another very important thing for losing weight, and also this helps you to have better focus, better emotions, more energy throughout the day. Have a little snack every 2 hours. Just a little snack. Doesn't have to be a full meal. Have a little snack every 2 hours. I also recommend smaller meals when you do eat your big meals because when you fill up with a very large meal, your body shuts down, so you have to digest. If you eat smaller meals, you'll be able to keep continuously doing what you need to do throughout the day. And if you eat small meals and snack every 2 hours and a little something in between, you're going to have more energy throughout the day. But also the important thing is you start shedding fat. Because this is the idea. When you only eat once or twice, maybe 3 times a day, your body says, hey, we're not getting much food here regularly. We get a lot at once, so we should actually store it for the future. Guess where it stores? It stores to fat. If you snack every couple hours, your body says, hey, there's plenty of food coming down here. It just keeps coming. Start burning off that stuff we've been storing. We don't need it anymore. Let's get rid of it. You start burning fat. This is very contrary to what everyone thinks, but yeah, snack every couple hours. Little meals too, eat small meals during the day, and you will start losing pounds. I'm going to tell you to avoid these following things, like the plague. Avoid wheat and most grains. There's a lot of things in wheat that do not work well with our bodies. There's gluten, there's gliadin, there's phytic acids in there. These things don't work well for our body. They're kind of considered anti-nutrients. And also, wheat's just a carbohydrate. We want to reduce our sugars. We are not designed to eat a lot of carbohydrates. Next thing I want to tell you to avoid is dairy. Milk, cheese, yogurt, ice cream. Avoid these things. It's going to cause you to retain water weight, and it's rough on the digestion and on the liver. Now, butter's okay. Butter doesn't have the protein in it that we're sensitive to, which is called casein, because they take the butter off the top and the casein precipitates down, and that's all the other dairy products that you take. So the butter's okay. Butter is actually good for you. Use butter with your foods. Next thing I want to talk about is corn. Corn, some people are sensitive to it. It's about 50-50, but corn is so genetically modified now, a lot of it is not good for us. So I'd say just in general, avoid corn. The last thing I want to talk about is soy. I'd say avoid all soy. I'm talking about soy proteins. I'm talking about tofu. I'm talking about soy milk. I'm talking about even the little soybeans, the edamame. Avoid soy. Soy has the highest amount of phytic acids that block our digestive function from absorbing minerals. Soy also blocks thyroid function, reproductive function, and has a high amount, one of the highest amounts of my food, of things called phytoestrogens. Now, we don't want to put a lot of estrogen in our body. We know that's not good for a lot of things. especially for men. We don't want a lot of estrogen, but for women too. It has a lot to do with gaining weight. Also has a lot to do with breast cancer and other things like that. I say avoid soy. Now, a well-fermented, good quality soy sauce, okay, that's so broken down it doesn't have those elements in it we're talking about anymore. And some miso, if it's a very well-prepared miso, that can be okay. But you gotta make sure it's top quality. So avoid the wheat, corn, dairy, and soy.